Hello ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to do another rant about random stuff. I've done one of these before. I'm not sure what's going to be on the back of this one, but most of the topics I'm going to bring up, I think most people will generally be they will have heard of or know about. So I'm going to start with game quality. Why is it that the game's quality, when the games console first comes out, like Final Night Round 3 comes out, and it's so realistic and it seems to go up and downhill all the way through the production line of actual games when the console comes out.
That's cool.
So why is it that now we're getting close to the end again and the games are still just meh? They're not great, they're not bad, they're just mediocre, most of them just cashing in off films or just anything they can. Game quality, their texture popping. You know, thing about what I'd like to say to games companies, if you're going to have a 30, 40, 50 second bloody loading screen, why don't you actually use that time to generate the game behind it? Don't go, oh, we've done all that loading, now here's some texture popping. Yeah, well, that's the point in having a loading screen, not to just go, here you go, the textures are missing, the character's face is missing. Well, you'll just have to put up with it, I'm afraid. Yeah, that's the one. So either have no loading screen and we'll just sit there and watch everything generate, or just fix it. I'm sick to death of sitting there for bloody ages waiting for a game to load and then all the textures go pop. Oh look, that's what he looks like. Alright, that's good. Other things that really get on my nerves is like in Battlefield, how come there's like a $50 note on the floor in a bank, and if you crouch down or go prone and lay on the floor, how come your gun shrinks from a normal sized gun along with your character, you shrink down to the size of that note for some reason? Yeah, the perspectives are all wrong. Is there even a game out there that when you get on the floor that you don't shrink as a character or your gun stays the real size in a first person shooter? As far as I know, there isn't. If you can find one where you can lay on the floor and everything stays the way it's meant to, like a $50 bill is meant to be the size of a $50 bill and not the size of an M6 machine gun, then tell me about it in the comments, because half the time it's the same in Call of Duty. You get down on the floor and your gun's the size of a brick. So the perspective is all wrong. Okay, after that, what I'm going to talk about is glitches. If you look at my channel, you'll see quite a few glitches. Why are games so broken in this respect? I know that games are a vastly complex thing and you can't get all the glitches, but the thing is, I've always found this, the thing is, like in Battlefield 3, I put up a glitch where you can crawl inside the tank. Well, why didn't your beta testers check the thing on the main path of the game? Most gamers will just run down that road, and because there's an aeroplane flying overhead, you have to get down. So why did they go, oh, let's not check that tank in the middle of the road that people are going to crawl up against or crouch next to? Why didn't we make sure we don't no-clip into it? Huh? Why is it not checked? Are your beta testers literally doing nothing? Oh, wait a minute, they're playing multiplayer because Battlefield's all about the multiplayer. No one cares about single player anymore. What about the other people that do care about the single player? I like to play single player. I'm not a big fan of multiplayer because it's just boring, just shooting people over and over again. I think in my lifetime I've probably killed several billion people by now, and if not, wow, I'm quite surprised. There are also other things I found in Battlefield, like at one point you're meant to sneak up and stab a guy and it tells you to click right trigger, but most games when they go into a quick time event they slow down time or they do something to make sure you know it's a quick time event, and it just goes, if you don't click it you just die. The guy doesn't turn around and shoot you or you get stabbed in the spine, you just trip over your shoelaces and smash your skull on the floor and die instantly. What was that about? If you just play the game generally, when you're stealth killing people, you don't walk up and it go about 15 meters away, go stab that guy, click right trigger. I'm about 15 meters away, that's not going to work. And the thing is, there are other sections like that where if you don't click a specific button for some stupid reason, your guy just falls flat on his arse. Huh? Who made that stupid decision? And the same thing in that same area where you go outside after killing that man. If you lay down on the floor, it says run, and if you don't, you just die. Well, there's nothing actually there that physically kills you. You just drop dead. So I think this guy's got diabetes or something, and he hasn't had his sugar intake for the day, or something stupid to explain away the idiotic programming of that part. And there is also a wall there with ammo shooting out of it, and there's no window, there's no person shooting that gun, so why have we got so sloppy that there's just ammo shooting out the wall from nowhere at you just to make it all dramatic when you can clearly see there's no one shooting you at that point in the game? There is just so many problems with so many games these days. If I want to stop picking on Battlefield for a moment, I'll pick on Dead Island instead, another game where I got to the end. I was going through the side quests, and all the side quest people just vanished off the face of the earth. I fell through the ground. There were just so many things wrong with it, and they released it. How can you release a game that's so broken? Are your beta tests blind? Huh? It's just idiotic. You need to hire some better beta testers to actually play your games, because half the games that I play these days are rubbish. There's glitches, there's potholes, there's just everything's broken and busted up for no reason. You pay people, make sure they do a good job. It's just that simple. Or you can put it out to the gamers themselves and we'll test it to hell and back, and when you go on YouTube the next day you'll find 164,000 glitches. Why don't you just go, these are the glitches that need fixing, like the man in Battlefield 3 again. A guy that is just copy and pasted in about 7 or 8 rooms with his eyes missing. Yeah, what about that? Oh, I can't be bothered to fix that, it's a bit too late now, it's in production. Yeah, well done Battlefield for having so many problems. The game itself was actually okay, but there was too many problems like glitches and bits and bobs that just broken for no reason. But that's the same with most games. I actually got Uncharted the other day and I have nothing bad to say about it. You know why? Because it's well made and there's no problems with it. The textures are amazing. There's just, the game's amazing, the story's good, the character models are good, the way your character moves is good, and it's just a brilliant game. It's not like COD or Skyrim and all this stuff that you'll probably find 60,000 glitches in within a second. Now I've said Skyrim and it's really bad, everyone will give me a thumbs down if they manage to get 7 minutes into this. So it's just, that's what I've got to complain about. I'm not sure what I'm going to put on the end of this or in the background of this rant of mine, but I'll find something and it will be entertaining one way or another. So thanks for listening. If you managed to get this far, congratulations, you winner. Don't know, nothing. Some more oxygen to survive for another 4 minutes. Well done. Goodbye.